Did you enjoy time in Poland?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
So what do you think about the Polish guys who train here?
I think they're tough, they're strong, and has a lot of talent here, and I can tell like if they learn, the right jiu-jitsu, it'll be tough to beat.
Yeah,
For sure, yeah.
Nice to hear. So, okay, you were on European Championship in Lisbon, yeah? What do you think about it?
I think it's a big tournament, it's a huge tournament with a lot of people, like 3,000 competitors, and that shows like the Euro is growing, in the BJJ senior.
Oh, yeah. So, next one. Do you want to open more art school in Poland?
Yeah, like as much as we can is better, So I think in the future for sure, because now we have our affiliates here, my affiliates here in Wrocław.
Wrocław, yeah.
The name of the gym is Wrocław.
Wrocław, exactly.
Yeah, and like step by step, we're gonna have the black belts and more black belts. Like just take a lot of years of work. And of course, like pretty much like they need to teach you in different areas, and I hope to have a lot of schools here for sure.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So can you tell us something about when you started your journey with BJJ? When it was, how old are you were that time?
Yeah, like I started in judo first. I was 13, 14 years old. And then I did judo for like 3 years, 2 years and a half, 3 years. And then with 16 years old, I start to do jiu-jitsu, and I start to learn jiu-jitsu. But I really start to train every single day, really, really hard, like since 2000. Beginning of 2000, yeah,
okay.
2000. So it's like 13 years training like a competitor. Yeah, competing and training and day after day. Yeah.
You live like a pro fighter.
Yeah. Since I was white belt. Yeah.
Okay. So, what about drug test in International BJJ Federation? Do you think that can help BJJ get closer to the Olympic?
I don't know if jiu-jitsu goes to Olympic game. I don't know, because when we fight the tournaments, we represent teams. We don't represent the country. Yeah. Just the ADCC is like this. Maybe the ADCC can go to the Olympics. As a grappling. Like it would be nice. If jiu-jitsu goes too, it would be like really cool too. But I don't think so. I think it'll be. It's gonna be better to have the BJJ like the way we are, like
separately.
Yeah, like you are Polish, I'm Brazilian, but we can fight together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We fight for the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
So if you go to the Olympic Games, I can't train with you. You know what I mean?
So as you said before, we are as family and we fight as a family, not the country.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Jiu-jitsu community is like a family, And of course, we have the rivals between the teams, but it's normal,
Like everyone.
Yeah, and about the drug test, I think it's good, for the BJJ, but still, like, people are still taking drugs, but of course less, because it's not about just steroids, but it's about like hemp, like marijuana,
all kinds of,
like cocaine or whatever, which is like worse than that. You know what I mean? Like every kind of drug is like really bad for you. But I think like people, like you see like in the Olympic game, you see like a lot of like runners, they gotta fail on the drug test, They use something, or even like they use like cocaine or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be nice, It's gonna be good, and people will take care more about their body,
That's nice. Okay, so everybody says about you are a very good coach, yeah? So where is your secret?
I think my secret is my passion, Like really love what I do, and I'm doing this because like I really enjoy, like not just training, but also to make good fighters. I'm like, I think the secret is like you need to be happy to see people doing good, Some people, they don't like to see people doing good, you know what I mean? So
they're jealous.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but I love to see like my students like doing really well in life and in jiu-jitsu and in tournaments, in championships, you know, and that's nice because they kind of I pass always all the way through this, you know. I passed through this in my life. I start as a nobody, you know,
I know what you mean.
and then I start to growing because somebody believed on me, you know. And for me, like I need to give the same opportunity that people gave to me before, you know. So I think like this is the secret. Like you need to be passionate for what you do, and you need to be happy to see people doing good.
You have to love them.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
It's the love.
nice. So, what about your starts in BJJ or no-gi tournaments in 2013? Do you want to compete?
2013 this year?
Yeah, this year, exactly.
Yeah, I want to compete. I'll be fighting the Pan Ams.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next tournament I'll be fighting the main tournament, be the Pan Ams, and after the Pan Ams will be like the World Pro. You know, I don't know if I'll fight some trials like the World Pro trials. You know, I will fight the Worlds as well. But my main goal this year is the super fight against Braulio in the ADCC. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds nice. It's pretty much, really.
Yeah.
And did you fight in MMA? Do you want to fight again?
I wish to fight again, but you know, right now, in the time of my life, like it's kind of like hard for me because I need to. If I want to train MMA, I need to leave my school.
No.
I need to train someplace, you know, somewhere. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'm building my school, and as soon as I get all the equipment there, I can bring coaches to train me, and then I'll be back for sure. You know,
Oh,
I like it.
Sounds nice. And do you think the work with G can help in involve my MMA game?
Of course,
Yeah?
you know, yeah.
What kind of way?
Like if you see like the jiu-jitsu with the gi is more complex, has more technique, much more technique. You gotta use more your mind, you know. And I think it's more like for the MMA fighter, like take the stress out, you know. And if you see like a guy who trains with the gi and no gi, and a guy who just train with the gi, with the no gi, sorry, they have a hard time, you know. And if you see all the ADCC champions, they are gi champions as well, you know. Like 66 kilo is like Rafael and Cobrinha in the finals, you know. 77 is Marcelo Garcia and Elvira, both are gi people too. Me, you know, and Toquinho, you know. Toquinho is more MMA, but I train with the gi, you know. Over 99, like only like Dean Lister is the guy I think like just train no gi, you know. But he's a heavy guy. I think if you like a light guy, you know, you need to have more technique, and for sure you gotta wear the gi.
Yeah, in the heavyweight division you have much less opponents, so
Yeah,
it's a bit easier.
yeah,
Okay.
you know.
Another one. What is important? What is most important for you when you train your students?
Most important.
What are you focused about?
Yeah, I make sure they do everything right. You know, I make sure like when they train, they do like a good train. You know, I make sure they enjoy the train. I make sure I teach like a good class for them. I make sure I have like a good mindset, a good mind to teach them. You know, I gotta be focused to teach them, to help them, and also I gotta be happy. You know, and make them enjoy, you know, and make them satisfied and feel like they train, you know. Has like 2 ways of train, 3 ways, you know. I have the basic train for beginners guys, and I have the normal class for like all belts, and I have the competition class, so which I separate from the normal people, you know. Because when you train for a tournament, you train like harder, you train stronger,
Different train.
yeah, it's different train. So, and nobody can do that, you know. So, each class you gotta have your goal. You gotta need to know like if that class is like for like help the people to fight tournaments, or if that class is like to help people to train jiu-jitsu and change their life.
Oh, okay. Sounds nice. Drills are important part of your training. Tell us more about it, please.
Yeah, I think like, you know, what I see today, I think people repeat position a lot. They drill a lot. You know, I believe they do that because I believe I changed this in the jiu-jitsu world, you know? I believe so. After my book, Drill to Win, and also like, I always on my interviews, I say, man, I repeat a lot of positions, because before, man, a couple of years ago, like maybe in the beginning of 2000 and before that, people just drill like very little, you know, very, very, very bad, you know, like they didn't drill like every single day. They didn't drill, like they didn't care about drill, you know, like maybe they do like 5 times each side and good done and keep rolling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So today I think people like really, really focus on the drill, and I think this is the most important thing for you to fight natural, you know? It's kind of like when you do boxing, you gotta like not just punch the bag or do sparrings, but you gotta do like the drills, like
light sparring, very light sparring.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the guy throw jab, you gotta like boom, boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you practice this a lot, and then when the fight will be natural, you know. So in jiu-jitsu is the same way. So you just like put yourself in some situations, and you drill that situation what you think you need, and then on the fight, if you do like as much as you can, you're gonna be amazing on that position. Like Bruce Lee, you know, he say, "I'm not afraid of people who do 1,000 kind of punch." But I'm afraid of people like who do like one punch 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I feel the difference.
So yeah, like some guys have just one game, but man, they drill that too much, which is like impossible for you to stop them, you know?
Yeah, and it still work. Everybody knows some guy that he can tap you by heel hook.
Yeah.
And he still can do it.
Exactly.
He's still able to do that.
It's because like he's the drill.
Oh, okay. Sounds nice. And another one. We are getting closer to the end.
Okay.
No worries.
Right.
What do you think about when 2 fighters sitting to the gut during the fight?
Yeah.
What do you think about that situation?
I think it's like funny.
For sure, it's funny.
It's funny because it's different, you know, like jiu-jitsu, you know, like this is not fault of the fighters. It's not the fault of the fighters. It's
But for the rule.
It's the rule,
Yeah,
you know.
no.
They fight with the rule. If the
exactly.
rule allow them to do that, they do that. My students, they do that. You know, I train, like sometimes I train like that because I'm on the jiu-jitsu scenario, I'm competing, you know, and I gotta know that, you know, if somebody do that with me, you know, I gotta know how to be there, you know, on that situation. So I think like it's because the rule, you know, I think they should change like a couple things on the rule to make jiu-jitsu more like exciting, because some fights you see like a brown belt, 8 minutes of the fight, you see like 7 minutes and a half is the fight is both guys with the butt on the floor.
Yeah.
You know?
They're waiting.
And in the 30 seconds of the end, they start to go on top to get one advantage.
Yeah.
They fight for advantage, you know? They don't fight to finish the fight.
Impress someone or to
you
show
know?
skills.
Yeah, you know, so I think like they pretty much like, I think one day will change because like it's too much right now, I think. Every lower belt, I don't say like, the black belts, only the youngest black belts, they do that, you know?
Yeah.
The lightweight black belts, they do that. But if you see the like heavyweights black belts, they don't do that, you know? Because I think like they like to play on top, you know?
Yeah.
But this is for more like the little guys, you know? Right now, you know? But I believe like a lot of lower belts, like brown belts, purple belts, you know, they are fighting like that as well. And like I say, like people are afraid to passing on today. I don't know why. I think they're afraid with the berry ball. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question is about your wife. She is very good in BJJ. Do you think that she can be a black belt world champion in the future?
Yeah, for sure. I think she has more talent than me. Yeah. Sometimes she teach positions for me.
No.
Yeah. Sometimes she show me like, look how I find out, and show me. I'm like, dang, that's awesome. You know, she's smart. You know, I think so. She can be that. Yeah.
If you think that
It's
for
just
sure is like that.
just hard work, because she's such a great talent. You know, she has a lot of talent.
Very good.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a funny or interesting story about BJJ that happened in your life before?
Oh man, like right now, let me see. Funny story.
Or interesting something?
Like, let Let me see. Let me try to remember that. Jiu-jitsu always have like funny things, you know. But I have one story, man. Like when I was white to blue belt, you know. I remember. It was my birthday, you know, and I was training. And then one girl, you know, she was my friend. She gave me like a trufa. You know what is trufa? Like a bonbon. You know, like a big like chocolate ball.
Oh,
you know, and
I know what you mean. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And then inside has like a very good flavor, you know.
Oh.
And she gave that to me, you know. And I got it, and like, thank you so much, you know. And I opened, you know, the thing to eat, you know.
Yeah.
And I was open, you know, and I see, and then my first coach, his name is like Luis Carlos Aguilar, my first instructor. He came behind me and he got the bonbon.
Oh.
And he got it put on his mouth, like, oh. And I started to look into me and laugh. And man, like I was like with tears in my eyes.
Oh,
you know?
really?
I'm like, you know, I was like really upset at that moment, but he like, and then I saw he like, you know, like chewing the chocolate, and the chocolate was like out of his mouth, and like I wanted to punch him, but I wished to punch him, but I couldn't, you know, because he was my sensei.
Exactly.
But man, like every time when I have this in my mind, like always when I think about him. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's funny. Yeah. Okay, and not the last one, but almost the last one. What goals are before Atos Jiu-Jitsu?
The goals?
The goals, yeah, main goals.
The main goals are, of course, like goals as a team, you know. We working to be like the best team in the world, you know. And of course, like has a lot of work for that. And because we are competing against like teams who is like on the road since the Jiu-Jitsu tournament started.
Yeah,
you know, like the biggest things like Alliance, Gracie Barra, you know, Nova União, all these teams like they are in Jiu-Jitsu scenario for a long time, you know, since the beginner. And we have like only 3-4 years old, you know, the Atos Jiu-Jitsu, but we always in the words we go to the podium. You know,
sounds nice.
Yeah, we are 2 times like 3rd place in the world with only like 50 fighters. You know, so we still slow. But the most important thing of my team is like to have a quality in Jiu-Jitsu. You know, I think that's why we have a lot of quality, because our team is not like big. You know, our team like is
not
small.
Numbers, but quality.
Yeah, it's small, but that small amount has a very good quality, you know.
Power.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And for the end, Andre, thank you very much for the interview.
No problem.
And can you greetings all fans of BJJ in Poland?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Say something to them.
Yeah. First of all, like, thank you so much for all the Polish people, you know, who came to my seminar, who enjoyed my work. If you don't came here today, I know like you would like to be here. You lose a great opportunity to learn, you know. And for all my fans, you know, not just here in Poland, but all over the world and Europe, you know. Thank you so much for having me here, you know. And if you guys want to be good in Jiu-Jitsu, just like believe, just like keep training, you know, and just like stay on the mat as much as you can, and you guys have a great potential to be very good, you know, and well recognized in Jiu-Jitsu world.
No. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys.
I wish you to see you again.
Thank you.